Here we go, Tash Flint. Tash does it! We're even at Riverfront Stadium. Tash Flint with a big-time goal on the penalty kick. Plays it to Bissett. Haugen.
Bissett's been a little quiet today as well.
How about this ball? Giammona on the end of it. Looping towards goal, and Carlee Giammona puts Tampa Bay on top.
So all season, you guys were kind of talking about how you struggled playing from behind. How did that apply today with them scoring early? How did that affect your mindset at all?
I mean, that was our pregame talk, just how we've been good in adversity. We've faced a lot of adversity this year, from hurricanes to visas to, different injuries and setbacks, and we've been behind a bunch of games, but they're a team that, is built for adversity. They have each other's back. They're super supportive, and they never give up. And honestly, I think we've seen the best of them when we're behind a goal.
Tash, what was going through your head when you were standing there, obviously knowing that you're behind all the pressure? What was going through your head when you took that kick?
No different to any other game. Didn't put any pressure on myself. Didn't get nervous. It's just another penalty for me. I was behind, and I think it was massive to get the penalty and score it. But yeah, I wasn't really thinking anything. I was just thinking about putting it in the back of the net.
I mean, it wasn't great that the referee took 10 minutes to set it up, because that was challenging. But
more time to think about it.
Yeah, you looked confident.
Yeah. And then this was obviously the first pro women's playoff in any sport in Tampa Bay. What does that mean to you guys, getting to kind of be that representation for the women here?
Yeah, I think it means a lot. Obviously, we care so much about our fans, and we want to play well for our fans, for this city. So being able to get the win in front of them, and they came out and supported us. So this is what we wanted to do, and we were able to do it.
Did you guys have any doubt in your mind this week? I know Coach didn't. She was telling me it was always 2 games that you guys were looking ahead to. Was there ever any doubt that you guys were going to be playing again next week?
Not really, no. Like I said, it's just another game. It's semi-finals, but we didn't want to put pressure on ourselves, and we obviously all know we have to go into it as a semi-final, and it is more important than a normal game. But I think if you just calm your nerves down and prepare yourself properly, you'll go into it and win the game like we did today. And we all knew we were going to be playing next weekend. We knew going into the game we was going to win.
Yeah.
Even if we went down 1-0 and then we went 1-1 and 2-1, we knew we was going to win the game some way.
Are you guys going to be watching the game tomorrow?
Yeah.
We have to.
Pretty important game.
As a team?
Oh no, they need, this is the time of year where you want to keep things short and, concise, and allow them, to have their own space, so that when we do come together, we can have all the full energy. And they've been amazing. The women have been, I cannot tell you how much I respect this group of women. The way they treat each other, the way they've supported the staff and themselves has been like second to none. So.
What's special about this team?
Honestly, it's how much they like each other. It's crazy. They do a lot together. Maybe even the ones that aren't as close, they have like respect for one another, and they still enjoy each other's company. When they walk in the door to come to work, they typically come with a smile on their face. They greet each other. They don't stay in just their small groups. They're always laughing and joking. I mean, it's the end of the year, and we're having karaoke in our, lobby. So, they're still just having a good time. It's amazing.
What about you guys? What would you say?
Yeah, I think everyone's just like friends. Like, it's not, like you said, like this group, everyone can kind of just joke around and get serious when we need to get serious. And I think everyone really respects one another on and off the pitch. So it's easy to connect with girls when we all have the same mentality, the same goal.
Jim, Tash, if I could start with you. You said that you always had in mind that you were playing 2 games, and you just had to calm yourself down. What is your process to calm yourself down, to get in that right headspace?
I think for me personally, I just, like I said, take it as another game. I don't want to put pressure on myself and think it's a semi-final. It's just another game in the park, and we've got to go out and win, and we've got to stick to the game plan and trust the process. We didn't, the game plan want to go 1-0 down, but if we did go down 1-0, which we did, we had a game plan to get another goal and get into the game. I think regardless of the penalty, we was going to get a goal. I think we was on top. And I think it's not more so putting pressure on yourself and saying we're going to be playing next weekend. It's just being confident in the team and confident in the 11 on the pitch, the players off the pitch, the players that are injured and all the staff, and I was confident today that we was going to go and get the win.
Carlee, what was your mentality going in? Are you in a similar place where you're trying to calm yourself down, kind of get the idea of a semifinal out of your head?
Yeah, I mean, like Tash is saying, obviously you have to realize that it's a semifinal and it's win or go home, but we've had this same mentality of making it to the final since our July 1st of our first day of preseason. So this is something we've been preparing for, and as a team and individually, like every girl on the team knew that we were going to play it next weekend, no matter what had happened. So I think we all had that similar mentality.
Do you have any personal process to try and put yourself in the right headspace ahead of time?
No, I mean, I just, stay calm, not think about things too much. This is all we've been preparing for, so I put a lot of trust in the preparation and the process.
Both of your players have talked about the preparation, the process. What was the game plan tonight to try and take Dallas down?
Again, what Tash said, we said this is just part of the process. We're peaking at the right time. We've been playing good soccer. We have faced a lot of adversity, so we knew that we could, it was going to be a tough game. There was going to be things that went wrong, but we were going to handle them well, and I was 100% confident that they were going to handle it well. It did help that we know Dallas very, very well as a team. We knew what we were facing. We just beat them with 9 players, so you kind of have that in your back pocket, and I think we just said if you come out and play as hard as you did in that last game with the extra player, you're going to come out on top.
It looked like the intensity was there because, from our section and the supporter section here, the Dallas defense just looked overwhelmed by the end of the game.
Yeah, it was everybody battled. Viv Bissett won more balls in the air than I think she's had all season. Jordan battled in the air, so it was a regular game. They knew that, but like Carlee said, we knew it was a semifinal. We knew that you had to do some extraordinary things, and I think each one of them just dug a little bit deeper. And it's the fans too. It's you guys being here. We're at home, so we're doing it not just for ourselves, but for every little girl that wants to play pro soccer. And I think it means something really special to Tampa Bay. Just to get the win, and it was gratitude. We're so grateful to the owners, to the fans, to the support, to the president. It's just been something that we are just really grateful that this has happened, and so winning in a way can show our gratitude.
If there was anything tonight that, obviously, I think the goal is won, and Ashley Orcas will know that immediately, but if there's anything tonight that you could take away that you want to prepare slightly better or just change it a little bit to take on either Carolina or Fort Lauderdale, what would that be?
I think we got a lot of services, especially in the first half, and I think that we could have made some better choices on them. Just, there's moments to serve, moments to keep the ball, and we could have driven, and once we started driving a little bit more at them, we created a lot more opportunities. We were a lot more dangerous, so probably just cleaning that up. I think our corner kicks, as excited as we were for this corner kick, did not come off tonight, so we can make a huge improvement in that area as well.
My last one then, like I said, I already mentioned the goal. That one's fluke, but defensively, how do you think the team did? Is there anything that you're looking to tweak there?
I'm super proud of them. It was a lot of man-to-man defending. They had 4 players up top, and we had 4 defenders, and we allowed that scenario to play itself out, and each one of them won their individual battles and covered for one another. So, I'm nothing but proud of that group. The whole team, but the defenders have that pressure of one mistake and it can cost you, and they stepped up.
I won't take too much of your time, guys. I know we're going, but Carlee, could you talk to me about the goal and how you guys have been setting up? It's been mentioned that you guys had a game plan and the confidence you would score, but when you get that game winner, how does that equal? How does that materialize?
Yeah, obviously I would love to score, and that's what I love to do, but just kind of seeing the ball from Tash played me an unbelievable ball, and then luckily I try to chip the goalies all the time in practice, so one's got to come off. But yeah, just kind of saw her off her line a little bit, and then was able to put it away.
What were you guys able to really do? Because you, with the possession and chances and things like that, I agree, you were on track to get one. What was it that you guys were able to do tonight against Dallas?
I think we all just kind of stuck together, and I think when we do that, it's really hard to beat us when we're all on the same page, and that's kind of what we've been doing all season. We've been growing and growing, and we're all really connected right now. We're all playing with each other, and so I think when a team comes together like that, it's really hard to defend.
And then, Tash, I'll ask you, as a veteran, as a leader, the intensity was very high on defense too, especially with a yellow late in the game. You know, what was the mindset, or at least the game plan to keep on the field, but also not get a red for next week?
Like I said, keep on the field. I've said to a couple of players, I can't go in for another challenge like that, but that's my game. One of my games is I think I'm quite physical, I'm quite strong, and I'm not scared to go into a challenge and take a yellow card. But I think we all do that. We all dig deep. We all pick yellow cards up when we need to. We all give the fouls away when we need to. I think we're very good at that as a team, and it comes from training. We imply that in training and say that in training, that it's okay to give a free kick away, and not in a stupid area, but it's okay to give a free kick away in a reasonable place. But yeah, like you said yourself, I was just making sure I stay on the pitch.
Denise was very, it was one of the things that she mentioned to us through the year is aggressive actions and wanting to improve that. As a defense, how do you guys feel, or how do you feel about the team being able to be that kind of impenetrable defense?
I think we're showing that a lot more every single game, week in, week out. And I think Denise said before in one of the questions, we give ourselves a challenge today to go man to man against Dallas, and they're a good team, and we give ourselves that challenge, and we knew we'd do that challenge and would complete that challenge, and it showed today out there on the pitch.
And then, Coach, my last one, I'm always the big picture guy. You do go down a goal off of a kind of a mental mishap, but was there a moment you thought you needed to instruct the team, or maybe at halftime when this equalized? Like, what's?
I mean, we had a tactical game plan to adjust to both situations, and Tash has been a great leader in that moment. The minute we did go up a goal, for instance, you know, she came over and we're like, we're changing. We did, but. Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to go down 1-0, but like I said, honestly, we've been the best version of ourselves when we're down a goal, so I didn't have any doubt that I would see like that spark, which I believed we did. One thing, you know, we did tell Nacello, like, you can take this player on because she hasn't played defender all year. She's there because Dallas needed a defender in the back. So they had a couple injuries, unfortunately, and they've had to move a striker to the back line. You have to capitalize on that, and you know, I feel really blessed that we were able to do that because she's a great player. Really respect her, and I think she did a great job transitioning from striker to outside back. That's not easy, but we really did want to take advantage of it, and I think Nacello was the right person to do that.
And then my last question about Ashley Orcus specifically. She's had a heck of a day with being called to be in the net tonight, and unfortunately giving up that goal. But the rest of the game, she made good saves, and I thought it was a good performance.
Listen, it's been an incredible battle in goal, and Orcus has been, I mean, resilient is the word that I keep using because it's true. It's what we've been designed to be resilient, and she's been one of the most resilient players on our team, always ready to play when we need her. And she earned it this week. She's been really great in goal all week, so I didn't have any doubt that she would come through for us. And yeah, the first goal wasn't great, but then she made some great saves later on, so she was there.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, you guys.
Appreciate it.